Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
Class of 2021, you may be seated.
My name is Salutation. I'm the Valedictorian of Class of 2021. Welcome, honored guests, faculty, staff, families, and friends. By God's grace, I thank you for being here for us through these challenging times to celebrate the end of our high school years. Getting here, sitting in these seats, took a lot more than academics, more than attending and passing class. In 2017, we walked through Clarkston Hall for the first time, excited about high school. But a little over a year ago, COVID seeped in, ending our once-in-a-lifetime experience for good and changed the way we did everything. Some of us struggled physically, mentally, and financially. Some of us had to help put food on our table and keep roof over our head. The reality is, some of us had no idea if we'd finish high school. But here's another reality. All of us sitting here today made it through high school. Regardless of all the trouble, we all came back to finish where we started. Through bad days and good days, through bad weather and good weather, through bad Wi-Fi and good Wi-Fi, we did that. But this is not who we are. As a diverse school, our background, our culture, our belief, our willpower, and our story makes us who we are. Powerful, independent individuals. As an Eritrean woman, I was born and raised in Asmara, capital city of Eritrea. Coming here, my family and I had better plans other than sleeping in and binge watching Criminal Minds all day. But through all goods and bads, I have my own story to tell, and so does everybody else here. Our story does not end here. A chapter does. We're mature enough to know that life won't always have a happy ending, but as long as we are alive, we can always have amazing beginning. And if anybody knows how to begin again, it's us. We battled pandemic, faced social injustice, and still came out ready to walk through this stage and ready to receive our diplomas. I don't know about you, but I think that's the most powerful development and the greatest story to tell. But there are many more chapters to come, and we're going our separate ways now. But this isn't breakup. We are setting out to become better versions of ourselves for ourselves and our families. As we leave, let's part with an attitude of gratitude. Thank you to our parents, our grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, families, friends, teachers, principals, and other faculty. We all know too well that without you and God's grace, we would not be here. A very special thank you to my dad, my mom, my sister, my teachers, and least but not least, my little group of friends for sharing the journey of my high school years with me. It is an honor and pleasure to stand here today as our class salutation and to be a part of the strongest class to grace the virtual halls of Clarkston High School. Class of 2021, congratulations on your greatest achievement.
Class of 2021, congratulations! My name is Kayla Lee, and I am the Valedictorian of Clarkston High School. Welcome faculty, parents, family, friends, and our DeKalb County School District Administration and School Board members. Thank you for joining us today, this afternoon, and celebrating this momentous occasion with us. To the faculty of Clarkston High School, I extend a special thank you for your commitment to us and for doing everything you could to help us complete our graduation from high school. Thank you for providing the resources necessary for us to learn and for your tremendous love and support throughout the past 4 years. It is an honor to stand here in front of you today and commemorate the amazing accomplishments of our graduating class. Yes, we have accomplishments to celebrate. We had to spend part of our junior year and all of our senior year through COVID. That's an accomplishment in itself. We were all anticipating our final years of high school to be filled with numerous, unforgettable experiences. But that didn't go as planned. Instead, we left Clarkston High School March 12, 2020, thinking we were getting an extended spring break. Instead, we got a never-ending quarantine and terrible events stemming from racism and social injustice. Class of 2021, we can't let our current social climate deter and discourage us. Instead of saying they need to make things better, let's leave high school knowing that we are the ones who can change our community and our state. Let me remind you again, if we can make it through high school through COVID, we can do anything. As a first-generation Vietnamese American, it is an honor to stand before you as our class valedictorian. Unfortunately, there are people in America who hate me because of my race. As you all know, a surge in hate crimes against Asians is plaguing the nation. For so long, the expectation in hate crimes against Asians is to stay quiet and be submissive. We, all people against any form of hate and racism, must be loud and clear. We must be visible and be vocal that we will not tolerate any abuse because of who we are. Our Clarkston community is beautifully diverse. I've met wonderful people from different backgrounds and built long-lasting friendships. We shared our passions and encouraged each other. These rewarding experiences throughout my high school years at Clarkston High showed me that it was possible to set aside our differences in culture. Diversity is a gateway to new talents, different stories, greater experiences, and valuable lessons. It introduces us to new perspectives and allows us to respect the ways of life that are not our own. Class of 2021, you are leaving high school already knowing how to be diverse and respect people's culture. Go now and teach everybody else how to do it. One of the human body's greatest assets is its eyes. They come in various colors and sizes, but despite their differences, they share the purpose to see. As someone who is drawn to intricate details, my life has always been defined by seeing. Throughout our high school years, I have seen how we devote ourselves to our passions and learn from our past mistakes to grow into the people we are today. I have seen us fail multiple times, but continue to push beyond our limits. Now the time has come for us to transition into the next steps of our lives. As I stare into the sea of beautiful faces, I can feel the waves of emotions radiating throughout the stadium. Whether it is excitement, sadness, anxiety, or joy, we should recognize our hard work and be proud of ourselves. Despite all the obstacles stacked against us, today is the day we come together as a unified student body to celebrate our great success. But our journey is not over, and the new chapters of our lives have just begun. There will be new adventures and great tragedies. As the legendary Kim Nam-joon says, there are many sad days, but rather than sad days, we hope to have better days. That's what makes us live. That's what makes us dream. That's what drives us to desire for something. Class of 2021, you've kept your desire to finish high school. Now fire up a new desire for something that will make you, your family, and your community better than what it is now. I would like to take this moment to thank my loving parents, my sister, and my beautiful family for being my greatest source of motivation and for supporting me along this journey. Sẵn đây con muốn gửi lời cảm ơn ông bà nội của con, ba mẹ con và các cô chú trong gia đình của con. Cảm ơn ba mẹ nhiều lắm. Nhờ có công ơn của ba mẹ, nhưng con cố gắng rất nhiều. Con xin hứa con sẽ cố gắng nhiều hơn nữa để ông bà nội và ba mẹ, các cô chú không có thất vọng về con. Once again, congratulations to our amazing class of 2021. We did it.
Wow. Class of 2021, you made it. I need you all to give yourselves a hand right now. To our superintendent, Mrs. Cheryl Watson Harris, our interim Region 4 superintendent, Dr. Antoinette Campbell, our District 7 Board of Education member, Dr. Joyce Morley, our faculty, staff, parents, families, friends, and especially our class of 2021. Welcome. Welcome to the commencement for Clarkston High School for the class of 2021. I am Patty Lamel, the proud principal of Clarkston High School. I would like to take the time to recognize my administrative team, assistant principals, Dr. Donnie Davis, Ms. Dolores Mims Reeves, Dr. Angel Rivers, and Mr. Quentin Ward. I would also like to give a special thank you to our faculty and staff members who continue to go the extra mile for Clarkston High School, virtually, online, hybrid, concurrent, and every other kind of teaching you can think of. Can I get my faculty and staff members to please stand? I would also like to thank those parents and guardians who have continually supported our graduates. Can I get the parents and guardians to please stand? Students, let's give your parents and guardians a hand clap. I am thankful to be standing before you today. This has been a difficult time for the Clarkston family. Our faculty and staff, students, and community have had significant losses. At this time, please bow your heads for a moment of silence as we remember those who are no longer with us to celebrate this joyous occasion. Thank you. It is indeed a pleasure to be able to celebrate these talented young men and women who have worked hard to reach the milestone in their lives, one that has no small accomplishment given the trials they have had to face over their academic careers. Graduation has always been my favorite time of the school year, not because the school year is over, but because it is a new beginning. We are celebrating an ending and a new beginning for these young men and women who are getting ready to take on the world. And you, class of 2021, have had to do that sooner than anticipated. Not only were you trying to complete your coursework for graduating from high school, but you were serving as caregivers and teachers for younger siblings, caregivers for sick family members when you yourselves were sometimes sick. And you were working to contribute to your family's finances, sometimes full-time. I am in awe of you. Please know that your hard work and sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. Throughout this time, I have been reminded that life is short. I have been reminded that tomorrow is not promised to anyone. I have been reminded to take advantage of every day. Live life to the fullest and without regrets. Love and appreciate your family. Be kind to people and help someone when you can. Do what you love and do it well. Class of 2021, life may still look a little different right now, but you must continue to push forward towards your purpose. No matter what right now feels like or looks like, there is still a purpose for your life. You have a reason to be here, and you must dedicate your life to that reason. Always give your best. Remember our gold standard of excellence: respect, responsibility, relationships, and now results. I have confidence in you, class of 2021. We are Clarkston United, stronger together. Congratulations to all of our graduates of 2021. Congratulations, thank you. And just to give you a few details about this class of 2021, this class consists of 273 graduates who have earned, wait for this, over $7.5 million in scholarships. There are 6 students graduating with a GPA of 4.0 or higher. 136 of our graduates are eligible for the Hope Scholarship. 60% of our graduates will be attending a 2- or 4-year college or university. 8 of our graduates will be headed to the military. Thank you for your service. We have 6 superintendent scholars, 175 pathway completers, and 36 of our students were dual enrolled. We have a Quest Bridge scholar who will be attending the University of Chicago. We have a Posse scholar who will be attending the George Washington University, and that is free of charge. We also have a boys 5A state third-place champion, in addition to our boys cross-country 5A region champions. We have technology fair winners. We have ROTC members. We have our world-famous Cook It Angoras. And most importantly, we have seniors that are registered to vote. I present to you the class of 2021. Clap for yourselves. You have earned it. At this time, I certify that the class of 2021 at Clarkston High School have completed the requirements for graduation as established by Advanced Ed, the State Board of Education, the Georgia Accrediting Commission, and the DeKalb County Board of Education. Therefore, I request the release of the diplomas and certificates. At this time, please join me in welcoming our DeKalb County Board Member for District 7, Dr. Joyce Morley, who will release the diplomas.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know it's hot. I know it's hot. I am very hot. And with this cap and gown on, you know that I'm hot. But no matter what, I want to make sure that I took time out of my schedule to be here for the Clarkston High School class of 2021. To the parents, guardians, grandmothers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, friends, other relatives, teachers, staff, everyone who had a hand in helping this class to get to where they are. And to the class of 2021, you have arrived. You finally did it. I listened to the valedictorian and I said, did she have a chance to look at my speech? Because of a lot of the things that she said are included in my speech. Class of 2021, you weathered the storms of life, the stresses, the stressors, the virtual learning, the hybrid learning, the face-to-face learning, and other forms of learning during the past academic year. You also weathered the perils of the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. You are resilient. You are steadfast. After completing 12 years of schooling, although you have gone through quite a bit, you have finally worked toward being able to receive your high school diploma today. You will finally have that opportunity. However, I am here today to tell you that after all the work that you have done, after all the trials and tribulations, you are not finished yet. I want to repeat that. You are not finished yet. Your high school diploma is only an entry into the next chapter of your life. It is not the gateway. It is a start and just a drop in the bucket of life. For over 15 months, you alone with the world have actually had to deal with life's challenges and changes. And one of the extra challenges came with the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, as well as the murders of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and I could go on and on and on, and with being a part of the Black Lives Matter movement. It is said that the vaccines that you take, that it will actually be able to move us to herd immunity. Well, in all actuality, we need to get some herd immunity with the other pandemics of life. We are waiting for the great day to arrive for all of that to take place. I want you to know that although you might have managed to move through the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, you are not finished yet. I want to give you a hands up so that you will be prepared for the next chapters and the next levels of the pandemics that you will have to face. And we're hoping that through the work that you've done, through all that you've learned, your parents, your guardians, your teachers, administrators, counselors, custodians, secretaries, everyone who played a part in what was going on, the librarians, that you will have to be able to be ready to face all that goes on. Whether you enter the world of work, a trade or a training program, the military, 2-year college, 4-year college, get ready to undertake these additional pandemics because you are not finished yet. Get your minds ready. Prepare to engage face-to-face and head-on with the pandemics of life you will have to deal with in life. And I want to give you just a brief list because it's important that you go out with your eyes open, your minds engaged, your hands ready, and your feet ready. And some of those pandemics, the pandemic of hate for people who are different because of their race, their color, their creed, their thinking, and their beliefs. The pandemic of recklessness for people who do not care about what happens to other people. The pandemic of resistance, where everybody wants to do their own thing while disrespecting others and not caring what happens to others. The pandemic of poverty, to keep the federal minimum wage to $7.25 so that there will be the have-nots and the have, keeping those have-nots not having and keeping the haves having. The pandemic of systemic, institutional, organizational, and structural racism, where one's color determines the entry and the success of life, especially black, brown, and indigenous people. The pandemic of sexism, where women are paid unequal wages to men and they're constantly disrespected. The pandemic of ageism, where the elderly are no longer seen as worthy, but they're cast aside. The pandemic of xenophobia and homophobia. The pandemic of daily gun violence, where the guns are not seen as a part of the problem. The people are always the problem, but guns are not a part of the problem. The pandemic of classism, where money and material wealth determine your success, whether you have entry or you stay on the outside. The pandemic of inequitable educational opportunities, where some are giving something, some in the north are giving one, and some in the south are giving another. Let's be able to deal with that. The pandemics of oppression and voter suppression, trying to take your voting rights away from you. We have to begin to have you prepared to deal with that. The pandemics of pretending that mental health is not a pandemic. Sometimes things seem dismal, but with determination and action, it always takes action. You all can do anything, class of 2021, because you are not finished yet. The choice is yours. You can choose to close your eyes, close your ears, close your minds, close your hands, also close your hearts, and not do anything. You can be a part of the going nowhere people, but I tell you today you should be with PPGPs, positive people going places, so that you can do something different. And when you look at gaining the information, being able to do what life detects for you to do, if you don't do anything, the pandemics that I just mentioned will continue to infiltrate and to erode your life's journey. This is not the time for you to do nothing and have a plan of action of doing nothing and going nowhere. And what about that gap year? We all would like to take some gap years. This is not time for you to gap. This is time for you to be able to continue with life and for you to push forward. You are not finished yet. I know that you have desires in life, but you must also have a written plan of action with goals and action steps that you're going to take in order for you to reach your goals. As you help in order to be able to move forward and eradicate the perils of the pandemics of life and reach your destination, you must remember to do as the late Congressman John Lewis once stated. When you see something that's not right, not fair, unjust, not true, you must take a stand and not just say something, but do something. The road is wide open in front of you. This road is open for you, class of 2021, as you move about and help to rid society of the many inhibiting and prohibiting pandemics of life. I know that you can. You just have to believe that you can. Let's all in the class of 2021 say, yes, I can. Try it again. Yes, I can. And remember, you are not finished yet. Greetings, Ms. Lamel. On the basis of your certification, I accept your recommendations for the academic achievement of this class. It meets the course requirements as established by Advanced Ed, the Georgia Board of Education, the Georgia Accrediting Commission, and the DeKalb County Board of Education. As a representative of the DeKalb County Board of Education, I authorize the release and presentation of diplomas and certificates to the graduating class of the 2021 Clarkston High School.
Good afternoon. We're getting ready to start calling the graduates' names. Parents, friends, please hold your applause so that each student can have their name, so they can hear their name called. And we'll start with the first row. Should I tell them that? Students, you will enter from my left, your right. Thank you, sir. Kaylor Lee. Sally Home Oriah. Lojan Al-Saldakai. Fanu Azmatullah. Tade Barge. Biak Bowie. Abdullah Harper. Abdanir Hussein. Dayani Kakade. A.A. Kai. Ka Lee. Rukaya Masika. T. May. Celeste Montgomery. Asma Nadir. Alex Wynn. Sonam Omeri. Dot Parr. A. Ra. A.Y. Say. Sangavi Sitampara Nathan. Diraj Tamain. Dot Tiao. Saw Wa. Alvin Wright. Bature George Comey. Law Ray. Farhaya Abdi Kadir. Miriam Abdi Razak. Noman Abdul Rahim Zai. Mayani Abraham. Anissa Aiden. Okay. Farhaya Ahmed. Ibrahim Ahmed. Sanu Allah. Nadia Aleli. Arsima Alifi. Kalkadan Alamayu. Yasmin Ali. Abdul Rahman Al-Masiri. Epstein Aman. Noemi Ambrose Rubio. Farhayab Asap. Andrew Garcia Gonzalez. Abditifa Amen. Sayedi Eka Amisi. Rachel Asumani. Daniel Alt. Tam Ha Awa. Sharif Baba. Kyra Baker. Chung Bowie. Fane Bello. Joyce Bell. Sean Bolden. Natalie Ballers. Horatio Broswell. Shania Bronner. Ali Brooks. Dana Brown. Jamari Brown. Shaquille Brown. Shakira Brown. Stephen Bryant. Wabu. Ibn Byard. Jatavius Cato. Ashley Charles. Leanne Sansing. Carrington Clark. Lance Jacobs. Step to your left a little bit. Bosco James. Bryce Cowens. Maya Crowder. Hussein Daw. Christina Deleri. Arati Dango. Tatiana Darwin. Uktarsh Dave. Lydia Day. Yusef Day. Layla Doster. A step to your left a little, please. What's your name? Faraha Elistache. Manini Emmanuel. Terrence Cotton. Griselda Gonzalez. Jalen Gray. Teron Gundy. Afia Garong. Arpan Garong. Sita Garong. Kiaria Hammett. Osman Hashim. Khalid Hashi. Mabuba Hashmi. Asha Hassan. Sainab Hassan. Jemiah Hicks. Tong Maui. Benaiah Maxey. Keon Holstead. Sir Ku Tu. Thay Tu. Savion Hudson. Kamari Hurt. Zahara Hussein. Formasa Ibrahim. Diane Ingleberry. Eli Irasubiza. Chantel Ishimwe. Michaela Jackson. Soraya Jackson. Dylan Hosley. Ideria Jones. Jaquez Jones. Bayumu Juma. Ayoko Kenji. Safari Kashindi. Platina Carr. Paul Kai. Mong Kual. Hussein Kabingo. Eddie Cole. Blaze Quizera. Layla. Well, Kathy Lee. Gilbert Leonard. Barrington Levy. Samuel Neozima. Mang Mong Lian. Sang Tu Lian. Pasqualina Lolo. Glenda Lovo Sigaran. Vong Lu. Balance Lua Besambi. Nong Tha Mang. Crystal Manning. Harnella Morangu. Betwell Mateo. Eric Shiminiana. Christopher Leach. Judeo Umbukani. Eden Mubratu. Lee May. Me May. Rejoice Minsa. Lydia Mila. Rukaya Binti Muhammad Rafiq. Ilhan Muhammad. Aisha Muhammad. Hamdi Muhammad. Muhammad Muhammad. Amrita Munger. Alfonso Moni. Saeed Sadat. Negat Sadat. Farhat Sadat. Gesma Musa. Abdullah Muhammad. Asma Muhyiddin. Mbazi Mukishimana. Colombo Makuda. Samuel Mung. Felix Munier. Bahishta Nadir. Neilani Nazario. Abraham Neri. Deepika Neopani. Marie Nakuze. Tha Do Mu. Sing Nuam. Shanice Parsons. Bland Kai Paul. Lay Paul. Delay Sir Paul. Rita Pham. Nguyen Han Thao Pan. Alonzo Powell. Tha Pu. Jason Puerto Bustos. Andrea Pulley. Amina Rahadmati. Atifa Rahadmati. John Vargas. Anthony Vigilante. Arjan Rai. Binod Rai. Kwaran Rai. Leiluma Rasikit. Ba Ray. Blue Ray. Say Ray. Layel Reynolds. Bonita Ramal. Danielle Roberts. Shadar Roman. Shamoria Rutland. Anisha Rai. Halal Safi. Kamal Safi. Johnny Sand. Jada Scott. Destiny Sewell. Renicia Simon. Isaiah Simpson. Robert Smith. Mirwa Soleli. Anthony Stanley. Suzmita Suba. Afra Silimon. Rauda Selimon. Amaya Guest. Tavin Hales. Ajana Tamang. Mina Tamain. Sujan Tamain. Lamaya Tate. Saim Tiklu. Tirhas Tiwalde. Flang Thong. Serjana Thompson. Keith Titus. Quang Tran. Azmat Ula. Giselle Uwamroro. Hasamu Barry. Farah Talib. Manisse Waga. Simon Weldemichael. Christina Werga. Shatoya West. Treshawn Williams. Akaylin Youngblood. Abdul Kadir Balul. And Osama Kedi.
Congratulations, Clarkston High School class of 2021. You were tasked with a journey. And amidst mountains of challenges, valleys of doubts, and even through a complete uproot in direction, you braved the courage to get back up and walk the path anyway. And your diplomas, which now rest in your hands, signify everything you might have sacrificed to be here in this very moment. As individuals, we fought our own battles, but now we're here together to not only celebrate the people we've become, but to also make way for the people we will be. The turning of the tassels is a long-held tradition that signifies the transition from student to graduate. But more than that, it's the act of closing one story to begin a new one. So as we're here, now nearing the end of a bittersweet chapter where we have built the foundation of who we are, let us turn this last page together, knowing that we're all in this together. We're all stars, and when we stand hand in hand, we can make our dreams come true. Class of 2021, we define ourselves as we choose. We decide the path we follow and the direction we wander in. Clarkston High School class of 2021, please stand. You may now turn your tassels. You did it! You graduated! Woo! Please remain standing for the alma mater.
Where the green
Graduates, we will have our closing remarks by Alvin Wright. Mr. Wright.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor standing on this stage before you, my fellow graduates. It's been quite a journey. Some of us began as freshmen, others, like me, began as sophomores, and others began as seniors and juniors. Regardless, we've all reached the finish line, and to that, I say congratulations. We should be proud of ourselves. I say this as loudly as I can, comrades. Getting our diplomas is not the end. This is just the beginning of the long road ahead of us. As we leave Clarkston, some of us, like me, are going to college, others are entering the workforce, and others are still trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. I pray and hope that we're all successful in the careers we desire, whether it be mechanical engineers, doctors, dentists, software developers, and the list goes on. Finally, I'm sure I speak for almost everyone here when I say that the year 2020 was perhaps the toughest and most turbulent year we've experienced in our lives. If we can make it through, I guarantee you we can overcome whatever challenges the future holds. Lastly, I want us to bear in mind that even though we have our diplomas, which is an outstanding accomplishment, ultimately what counts is what we have accomplished in our lifetime with these diplomas. I thank everyone, the students, the parents, the family members, the guests, the staff and faculty for being present at this joyous ceremony. As we exit this excruciatingly hot venue, I hope you enjoy your time with your graduates and have a splendid day. Thank you.